Let's see. Make sure everything's good here, live stream wise, and then we'll jump into what people are talking about, the good mornings and whatnot. All right. Good morning, everybody. I don't know how many people are here, but good morning. All right, let's do this. Bro slept good. Nah, I slept okay. I have to drop the kids off at school every morning, so I have to. I'm not gonna be here like early. I mean, sometimes I'll be here at like 5:30 to 7 o'clock, but 7 o'clock is when I have to get the kids ready. So I figured after I drop them off, come back home, and we can, talk about what's going on in the market. Do you have a Margex promo code? I don't have a promo code. I have a referral link. So the link is in the chat if you guys want to check that out. I don't know about a referral code. I don't know about any of that. All right, we got 119 people here, 140 people here. Make sure you guys hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you guys are interested. Also, again, I have links to Margex in the chat. I also have a poll. Feel free to answer that in the chat. But how's everybody doing today? Hopefully your positions are doing well. I've been looking at my positions and I just recently sold something, but it was a short-term play. It's not something that I held outright, and it wasn't XRP. It wasn't XRP related either. So yeah, and before that, I think yesterday I did sell a portion. I think it was like half of my XRP Margex position, which was a 50x leverage. I wanted to get some more profit, and then I'm still sitting on what's left. I believe. Yeah, let's see. I dropped the kids off at the pool just now. Relax, relax. Good morning. Sorry. Good morning. XRP to the moon. Just after 1:30 a.m. here now in Australia. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching. Typically, I'm live earlier, so it still would be pretty late. But this is insanely early. Anyone using First Ledger, like your Ledger wallet or Ledger device? Good morning, folks. XRP will go to $1.40 USD today. Would love to see it at $1.50. I think that's kind of that next milestone, right? It got up to $1.27, $1.26 or $1.27 as the highest. So we want to see it break $1.30, break $1.40, $1.50, and obviously get up to the level that it should be at. And when we talk about cryptocurrencies, top cryptocurrencies, we look at those in the top five, right? We don't really include Tether, but we look at the top five. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, and XRP. Now, we expect all of those to be worth over $100 billion. Now, for the only one outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, Solana is the only one that's worth now over $100 billion and actually worth a lot over $100 billion at 114 billion, which is crazy to say that it's up to that level. I think the highest point that it got to was like $249, which I believe the all-time high was like 270, 260 in 2021. So getting closer to that all-time high of $250 is crazy, right? For Solana, especially with the added, and you could say, how is it crazy? It should be up at all-time highs. What's crazy about it is the fact that it has more supply right now. So having more supply means that you have a higher market cap, and getting over that $100 billion market cap, well over the $100 billion market cap this early,
Christian
it's kind of
Hollifield
insane.
donated $5 through Super Chat.
Thank you for the super
Have
chat.
you had problems with withdrawal from Margex? I tried to withdraw 20K and got a security check.
So no, I haven't had problems with that, but from what I've heard is that they are doing it because some what we could see as money laundering issues could be a thing, right? You obviously have that problem with like Binance and all of that. So um, from what I understand, they have to go through a certain group of KYCs for certain individuals, especially when it's a larger amount like that, just to make sure that it's not that it's not money laundering, because obviously it could be a problem. So I had to go through a security check, even though they state there's no KYC, there's no, you don't need a VPN and all of that. So I've talked to them about it. Somebody uh, said for me to check with that, and I messaged the person that I dealt with, and I got a referral link from, and then he talked to the individuals involved with that, or involved with Margex, and they said that they go through that with spurts, and once you go through that security check, once you go through the KYCing, even though they don't service the U.S., you still won't have a problem. It's not saying that, oh, you won't be able to use it because you actually have verified yourself from the U.S. You know what I mean? So um, go through the process of whatever that process is. It's because it's a large amount, right? If it's super large, they're thinking that people are money, or that laundering money, right? You don't want that to come up, especially when it does come to the point to where you are regulated. Now you had issues of prior like money laundering that could have happened through individuals, and now it becomes an issue to where they get sued because of that, not because of, operating the exchange. Is because of what had happened. So make sure that you go through the checks and balances, and if you're in the beginning stages, obviously don't try and withdraw crazy. Even if you make a crazy amount, you want to withdraw like bits and pieces of it. So and maybe this is telling people who actually money launder how to do it. I don't know, but they'll figure it out. They'll figure out a better process, especially when they become a U.S. Compliant, even though there's no law of the land right now. So I haven't had any issues. No, I have run into one issue to where I had to go through a security check or a know your customer thing, and once I went through that process, it was fine from there on, and you never got that again. Especially even withdrawing the amounts that I'm withdrawing. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm not withdrawing that amount. Most of the time, I'm just putting it back into like the copy trading portfolio, or back into my portfolio and back into the market. So, yeah, good question though. I have heard of a couple of people that have gone through that. Matt, you are an inspiration. You have helped me so much. Thank you. No problem. I mean, I try to help as many people as possible. I try to do the best that I can. And it's not about me. It's never really been about me. It's always been about making sure you guys have your best foot forward. Because if you guys are making money, then it makes me feel great. I've always been a person that has been a giver, more than a person that wants to receive. During Christmas is my favorite time, my favorite holiday, because I want to give to everybody. I want to see the reactions on their faces and give to as many people as possible, and help out as many people as possible if you're in need. So I just want to be there. That's my mindset, and I don't think it'll ever change, even if I become.
Christian Hollifield donated $5 through Super Chat. About how long did it take to clear the security check?
So for me it was a day. Um, Honestly, I didn't withdraw. I want to say it was a day, but I didn't try and withdraw until like 3 days later. So, um, could you? My email should be in the like my business email should be in the description. Could you email me some more information behind what that security check is, and I'll make sure that I get more responses and more information for anybody that's dealing with that. But it shouldn't be long from what I've heard. It should be, as you go through that check, it should take fairly quick. But for me, obviously, since I am more of a partner with, well, not a partner with them, but they are like sponsoring and like different videos and a partner with the channel, it happened fairly quickly. So I would imagine it's going to be the same, but I'll make sure I get confirmation. So just send me an email with like a screenshot of what you're getting. Don't send me any information I don't need to see. But I'll make sure I reach out to them directly. Thank you for the super chats for saying this, by the way, because one, with them saying it, or with the automated voice saying it, anybody that does have an issue, you get the question, you get the answer. So I appreciate that. I really do. How can I learn how to use Marjack? So I teach, I have a leverage trading 101. I think it goes through kind of the physical side as well as the mental side of trading on leverage, and going through how to do a specific trade, going through what you should be thinking about when it comes to trading, and how to not trade with emotion, and also the basics of reading a chart, because you don't really need all of the bells and whistles. A lot of people think it's super complex because they'll watch one person that has 17 different indicators on their chart, and they use all these indicators and do all these patterns. And those people, yes, they have multiple things that they're looking for in the day, and then they'll pick out a couple of things that are expressing those patterns. And then they'll go about that by looking at that. But if you have a certain strategy, for me, it's very simple. I use two indicators most of the time. If anything, I'll use a third indicator if I want to do a more short term, to where I'm looking at the 15 moving average rather than the 50. But if I'm looking at more of a long-term strategy, I'm looking at two indicators. I'm looking at the candlesticks and understanding where the support and resistance levels are. And maybe, just maybe, I'll look at the RSI. But that's pretty much it that I'm really looking at for an investment. And you don't have to overcomplicate it just because other people are doing it that way. Your strategy can be successful the way that you build it. But I teach you kind of all about that, and I want to continue to put out leverage trading 101 videos, especially on the mental side of it, because the mental side means the most. Because you don't want to trade with emotion. You don't want to end up losing money and then say, you know what, I need to get all that back immediately. No, you don't, right? You can get it back in bits and pieces. And I'm showing that as of now, because as the market did come down and everybody got liquidated in a way, the copy trading portfolio didn't really do as great. Like it literally got liquidated multiple times over. And that was establishing within the market, especially at lower levels. And I did not expect to see not only a 20% drop, but a 40% drop, 20%, then 20% again, which wasn't really the best situation. But I'm showing how you can baby step your way to gaining that back. Like right now, if I did take out absolutely everything within this portfolio, we would be $2,000 ahead if we decided to do that right now. But we're baby stepping our way to kind of making all of that back. But that's the process that you can have there, especially when you're establishing a portfolio. For my main portfolio, I've been up, 40, 50,000 since I've been pretty much involved with it. I made so much money on XRP. It was like 30,000 on XRP that I just put it in XRP and left it there, right? But then I continued to make more money, and I just recently took a little bit more. I made $900+ in wrapped Bitcoin because I took an XRP trade that ended up obviously popping up above $1, which I made $1,800. I took half of it. And that was 900 of profit plus my initial investment of $20. So anyways, just to make things very short, because it's a long explanation, I typically will do different videos over on my Patreon about leverage trading 101. I have a full breakdown, and anytime I make a leverage trade of the day, I will let you guys know if I make a new leverage trade, and tell you what I'm doing with it and what my process is. So yeah. Anyways, check out my link for Margex in the chat if you guys are interested in leverage trading, especially during these times in the market where things may absolutely explode. And hopefully you guys, can fully educate yourself, because there's a lot of information on chart reading and technical analysis that can get you a ton. Anyways, where is XRP right now? Let's look at where XRP is, because we haven't even started with XRP. We started with everything else. XRP currently stands at a $1.15 level.
Quick donated $1.99 through Super Chat. How efficient do you think Elliott Wave is?
Is that a position? What is that? Give me a second. I'll go into where XRP is in a second. Well, I'm going to go into XRP first, but I don't know what Elliott Wave. What is Elliott Wave? Who is Elliott Wave? Is that a person? XRP Ledger meme coins. What are we talking about? What's the best place to watch? Watch for news on Gary Gensler. I mean, typically I'm just typing in like XRP news, and a lot of stuff for Gary has been coming up, but it's nothing telling me like, oh, he's gonna get fired. It's an indicator. I don't use it if it's an indicator, so I don't know. Elliott Wave theory is a technical analysis toolkit used to predict the price movements by observing and identifying repeating patterns of waves. So I have no idea. I literally don't know, because that's not something that's within my strategy. I only know the things that are really within my strategy. So there's a lot of things I don't know, and it may fit what you are doing, but it's not something that I use or even think of. Even if it is, you're saying it's a theory. I mean, again, don't use it, so it doesn't matter to me. But if you find value out of theories, then take it upon yourself to use that theory and believe in that theory and find a way to add that into your strategy in some form or fashion. But it's not going to be something that I use. I'm not in Jasmy, but it seems reasonable to assume it will double to its all-time high at some point. I agree. I think it will. But I am in Jasmy, whether it's called a leverage trade. I think I really just want to have a lower price target. So I was actually looking at it earlier, and I was like, I should probably buy right here. But I really want to make sure I have another buy. I wanted to do a larger buy down here at the 16 level, but I'm not sure it's going to get down to the 16 level again. Now, granted, I already do have a leverage trade in Jasmy coin for it's at the 16 level, but I have $200 that's there rather than 1,000 is what I wanted to put in there at a 5x leverage, which would make me trade with $5,000. But either way, I'm still up, 156%. And the liquidation point is below the 1.3 cent level. Anyways, XRP. I was trying to get into that. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that. XRP currently stands at a 4% increase in the day. We are seeing a decrease in volume by 50%, but we are seeing $9.42 billion worth of volume, still above the 10% volume to market cap ratio. We're at 14.4% volume to market cap ratio, and the market cap is at a 64 or almost $65 billion level. This, honestly, XRP should be over or hovering well over $100 billion for a market cap. It should be competing. It should be neck and neck with Solana when it comes to the market cap and competing for that third spot, because XRP not only will be in that third spot in the end, it will surpass Ethereum, it will surpass Bitcoin in the end because XRP will be the most valuable cryptocurrency and the most used cryptocurrency out there because of what it is, right? When you think of using a currency, it's based on volume of transactions. When you think of Bitcoin, you don't think of that, right? Being able to use it for different transactions. We're not even in a world right now where we are consistently using crypto for everything. Whenever we get to the point where we use crypto for absolutely everything or have the ability to do so, and make it known that everybody or a majority of people have wallets, XRP will be one of those that is heavily used. That's where I'm seeing it. Again, it doesn't mean it will 100% be that way. For me, it's a 100% thing. For you, it might not be that the case. You might see other things that can flourish more than XRP, and that's fine. Everybody can have their own opinion. Everybody can have their own strategy. This is just the way that I feel about cryptocurrency and the future of crypto. Don't forget about XLM, Matthew. I won't. Anytime XRP moves, I don't have any XLM or XDC. Anytime XRP moves, we see XLM that's basically 10% of where XRP actually is, and we see XDC that's 1% of XRP's market cap. So you'll see XLM at a $6 billion market cap. You'll see XDC at a $600 million market cap. And that's kind of where they stand, or close to 700. But yeah, I think things are looking good for XRP to see it up at these levels. Again, the last 7 days, we saw it at the 120 mark. Just over this last morning, we saw it get up to 120 and has decreased a little bit down to 110 and back up to 114 as of right now. It's up 96% from the last 7 days. So if you were able to invest into it, whether it's by leverage trading or buying it outright, you were up 96% or maybe even more if you leverage traded from here. If you did, which no one would have thought like, hey, XRP, I mean, I always think that, but the way that it's been moving over the past 4 years, it's been kind of consolidating between the 40 and 60 or 40 and 70 level. It's been down to 40, up to 70, back down to 40, up to 95, back down to 40, up to 70, back down to 40. That's how it's always been well, not always, but the last 4 years. So it's great to see. Fire King 30 in crypto, everything is possible. What you say? I mean, everything is possible. You can't count out absolutely anything. Hey Matt, do you think Hbar could surpass XRP? Hbar got an ETF filed and partnered with SpaceX recently. Do I think?
Christian Hollifield donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
Email sent.
Okay, thank you for sending that. I'll make sure I clarify that later today. I'll go into my email now and I'll see what's transpiring with it. I want to make sure everybody's getting what they need. And I know when you have a certain amount of volume, when I first started talking about Marchex, they didn't really have as much. They had a lot of volume, but they didn't have as many like US customers. And then they started getting a lot of US customers included in using their platform, which means that you end up now having to say, okay, well, how do we open this up to having more U.S. U.S. Regulatory clarity, basically. Okay, thank you for that. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say that didn't look like that. Um, um, yeah, so typically the review doesn't take that long as you go through the security checks. Did you go through all of the the tasks that they say, make sure you go through to remove restrictions, proof of identity, um, self-holding the following documents, proof of address, source of funds. Um, did you make like did you have that 17,000 XRP by trading, or did that 17,000 XRP go through um like you just put it through Margex and then you tried to withdraw it out? Let's see. Did you read that article? Which article? Your mic still sounds robotic. I don't think I even tried to fix it actually. I think I got distracted by the kids. Make sure that it's not in frame. I don't think it is. It's not in frame. Yes, I made it from leverage. I would say so. You made congratulations on making all. So you sent all the documents. All right. So then you should be going through that process fairly quickly. Let me know. Obviously, it's not
Noah
going to be a
Grizz donated
problem.
$9.99 through Super
Thank you
Chat.
for the super chat.
Positions are going crazy up double my entire portfolio since the election. Big thanks to you, Oscar Ramos, and Uncle Larry for continuing to educate the community. Go Saints.
Yeah. I mean, the Saints aren't really doing great this season, but still, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate
Portia
it.
donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you, Portia, for that super chat as well. I appreciate it for the super chat. Yeah, I try to, like I said, education is the key. I know education doesn't really sell as the bigger picture item when you're looking for like views and all that stuff and trying to grow a channel, but hopefully within the videos, within the content, I can teach people some things here and there, and it's about the process of doing that teaches people. um, when somebody's learning how to fix a car, yes, somebody may explain it and say this is how you fix the car, but they're going through the process of doing that and showing you that you can make money or actively do this. And that's why I'm very transparent with my portfolios, which is maybe a detriment to me, and you might find me on the side of a road somewhere. Hopefully that's not the case. But the point is that I try to be as transparent as I can about portfolios, about what I can make, about what I lose, about finding ways to kind of eat away at that loss and slowly eat away at that loss and show you the process of doing that. So yeah, education is power. If you can educate yourself in the art of investing in crypto, in the stock market, long-term investments, short-term investments, in real estate, whatever, it can be great for you in the end. If you educate yourself just like how you would educate yourself trying to go and get a degree, you can be very successful in this world, and it shows. All you have to do is have the know-how. That's why they say they had this comparison where they're like, would you rather have $10 million or a book telling me how to make $10 million? First of all, yes, I would like to know how to make $10 million, but I can also now find the name of that book and just buy it with the $10 million, and then also invest that so that the money can work for me, so that that $10 million can make me money to buy that book to make another $10 million. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, that comparison. But if you say, would you rather have $1 million or let's say $100,000, or a way like to guarantee a path forward to make $10 million, right? So $100,000 versus $10 million, that makes sense, because yes, you can grow it and it takes a while to grow it, but you also have to have the knowledge to be able to grow that $100,000 into 1 million or 10 million. So it makes it a little bit more difficult. That's the comparison. Giving me 10 million and saying I can make 10 million or have the knowledge to make 10 million. I don't need the knowledge. I already have 10 million. And then if I wanted to make some more, I can educate myself after that. That's the dumbest comparison I've ever heard, or question. But Still, I think knowledge is power. So if you were comparing something like, hey, I can give you $10,000 right now, or I can teach you how to make money for the rest of your life, of course. You give a man a fish or you teach him how to fish, right? That's just how it goes. Only invest what you can lose and you never lose. That's true. Um, and if you then, after you invest what you can lose, if you found a way to um, make a lot of money out of that, a lot of profit out of that, you can then. I'm gonna get another super chat.
Boredom NYC donated $1.99 through Super Chat. What's your thoughts about Lucky's leprecoin?
So give me a second. I was actually looking at that earlier today, and I was like, if this finds a way to be very, very successful in the bull market, let me get back to that. But where was I going with this? I was going with something else. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Just make sure that you're investing money that you're willing to lose, but if you find a way to make profit off of that money that you were willing to lose, but you didn't lose now because you gained that initial investment back, if you can now invest with nothing but profit, it makes you feel amazing. Yes, it still does suck if you find a way to lose that profit, but you know that you have never lost and you will never lose because it's not the money that you've invested from the beginning, right? It's somebody else's money at this point. Now to Lucky's leprecoin. I was looking at this earlier today, and yes, it did come all the way back down from a $1 million market cap back down to like a $80,000 market cap. And when I was looking at it, yes, I still want them to succeed. And my Lucky's leprecoin is still worth $1,000. I haven't sold any of it. I typically tend to hold on to it. I'll hold on to it for a long time, actually forever, because I never know what it's going to be. You never know if it's going to turn into something where people are like, let's pick this up, let's see this run. And if they do, this $100,000 market cap now turns into a $100 million market cap, adding 2 zeros to the end of mine. Or yeah, I guess that would be $1,000 now. So then it would get it to what, $100,000 or something. So that would be absolutely fantastic. If this gets to a $1 million market cap, well, I guess a $1 million market cap would be $10,000 for me. And then a $10 million market cap would be $100,000. And then a $100 million market cap, which is not ridiculous to get to, would be, and as long as they have the markets available for it, would be a $1 million, not market cap, $1 million balance for me if it gets to a $100 million level, which would be insane. And I would want to see it continue to grow. So hopefully this is the case. This is something that I believed in and that I decided to hold. And I'm not a person that ever gives up on a play. I want to see them succeed in the big way. And I think it comes with markets. If they could find a way to get on the markets, they can end up having a huge name for themselves and really pick up a lot farther. I know they only have Uniswap and Togepi and Indo Exchange. You want to have more exchanges and you want to have top tier exchanges, like tier one exchanges. But those tier one exchanges, sometimes they want like $30,000 plus the coins, or they want $100,000 plus the coins. And I want to see them succeed, but I still have basically 1%, and 1% of the supply for this costs about $1,000. I mean, that's interesting, or less than $1,000, $900 for 1% of the supply if you wanted to get it. However, you would be taking a risk if you decided to move into that. I saw it all the way up to, let's go all history. I saw this all the way up to it's not going to show the market cap, a $1 or $2 million market cap. But since has come down, it still is 0.34% higher than where it started, which is always great. But it has so much promise to go up to those as long as they stick with it and get these exchanges on board. You can go a lot further. But yeah, that's something that's a side project. Thank you for bringing that up because I was just thinking about that today because I saw it moved by a little bit a while ago. 552 people that are watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button. We got 324 likes. I appreciate you guys. Also, if you want to check out the link for
Mark
Margex,
Hamilton donated £1.99 through Super Chat.
thank you.
Matt, you love XRP. Dollar drop droplet buy on First Ledger.
So I don't know what that is. Is that like drip in some way? But I do love XRP. I do like it. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Someone disliked the stream. Who was that? I mean, you could dislike the stream. I don't care. Anybody has their own opinion. Yeah. So definitely hit that like button. But what I was going to say is check out the link for Margex down below. I have, if you go over to this, my Twitter or my X, I have a link here for Margex where you can sign up. You can also do it on, YouTube here. But I'm giving away $50 USDT to 4 people that sign up for Margex using my link. So right now we have 7 people. So go ahead and check out this post. I'll share this in the chat. And you want to comment when you get in here. You want to comment. Let's say you do sign up for Margex. You want to comment with your USDT address as well as the Margex link to let me know that you
Portia donated $9.99 through Super Chat.
Thank you.
How many bull runs do you think it will take for XRP to hit $1,000? Also, what wallet do you recommend to store it? Can you do a tutorial on how to store your crypto?
Yeah, well, you would have to store it in different ways. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. To answer the first question, how many bull runs do I think it would take? I would say 2, or at minimum 2. Maximum, I think, is going to be 3 to get to those levels. Because the bull runs are going to be less and less impactful. Let me copy this link. Less and less impactful over time. Like you're going to see it. This is probably going to be the biggest bull run that we end up seeing. I would imagine so, with all of the ETFs and adoption. And clearly we're going to see more and more partnerships throughout the next bear market. But this should be the largest of we believe this is going to, the crypto market's going to be worth so much more, 5 to 10 trillion. But then in the end, it's going to be worth most likely 50 to 100 plus trillion dollars for all cryptocurrencies that are there, with XRP leading the way, in my opinion. So that's what I would say about that. When it comes to storing it, I have mine on, for my short-term plays, I have mine on Coinbase as I go into my assets. I have Coinbase here. I have 90,000 that's here, and I have 10,000 that's sitting over in my Ledger wallet. I think if you store it there, store it somewhere you can forget about it, kind of. I think that's probably the best place to store it. But then when it comes to actually using it, you're going to be able to move that to a place where and right now maybe that doesn't exist for you, but you can find a place where you can use it heavily.
Sarian98 donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Hey Matt, what do you think of Hbar getting an ETF filled and partnering with SpaceX?
So I haven't heard of any of that. I've just heard of it during this live stream, and I think it was you. But Hbar is a good project. I have a little bit of it. I don't have a lot. I have 7,500. I believe you were the one that asked if I believe that Hbar can pass XRP. I don't believe that that's the case. Having any type of partnership just shows that crypto is going to have more and more of a use, which could be big for Hbar. I don't know if an Hbar ETF filing is what anybody has asked for, but still, it could be big. And I think at that point, it's not about the top cryptocurrencies. It should be about it should be about ETFs bringing all of them together rather than just an Hbar ETF. I think Hbar should be included into an all-encompassing ETF because I don't think that's something. And again, that may be my opinion, but I don't think that's something that is going to hold a ton of weight compared to something like a Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or XRP. But after those, I think that's where it starts to get into the conversation of all-encompassing ETFs. So it's good if that's the truth. I haven't seen anything for it. I haven't read into it. It's also great to have any type of partnership with SpaceX. I would think that SpaceX would want to partner with Doge just because of how much Elon Musk talks about Doge. But I, again, have no clarity on that because I haven't seen anything there. I don't see a situation where XRP hits $1,000 per coin. I mean, I definitely see multiple scenarios where that can happen, but the main scenario obviously is being used heavily as the world's currency. Because if you think about it, with a finite supply, right, where this supply never goes up, but honestly does come down, that's something that can lead to scarcity in how much you have versus how much people are holding. Like I'm holding 10,000 alone, right? Just on the side. And I'm sure there's other people that are holding even more than I'm holding. And there's other people that are holding 1,000 for forever, another 1,000 for forever. And it all adds up. It's like going to the corner store or going to the grocery store and buying things that are worth $1 or $2. You're like, everything's pretty cheap. And then you get to the register and it's $500. And you're like, what did I buy? And it's like all of it ends up adding up. So I think you can find a scenario. It's just still something that I'm not shooting for all of my crypto, right? For the 90,000 that I have in there, I'm gonna have a certain amount that's taken at $5, certain amount that's taken at $10, certain amount that's taken at $20, and so on and so forth. Am I still good on the live stream? For some reason it cut out. Yeah, I think we're still good. Perfect. Thank you to everybody that hit the like button. We got about 600 people that are here, and we got 379 likes. I would like to get to 450 likes, so feel free to hit that like button. Also, again, check out my link for Margex in the chat if you want to sign up for a leverage trading platform. I just recently took out my position in Solana. I had a position where I bought at 113 and just sold it at 240, 242 or 240 something. I sold it there and ended up profiting a good 800, I want to say $800 order history. Let's go to some order history here. Profited, I guess it didn't show up here. I don't know why it's not showing up. But I just profited on a Solana trade that I made like $800 or something. But I took that out of the leverage trading portfolio and added that to what was there. So I don't know why that's not position history, but we have active orders. My Solana is gone from my portfolio though. Nvidia recovering nicely. That's great. I haven't checked out my other stock portfolio in a while. Last I checked, it was at like 24,000, so it might be a little bit lower because, things kind of came down. The stream is good. Thank you for letting me know. Easy for any crypto to be any amount if it's not tethered to paper currency. I mean, yeah, because that currency can be printed as much as they possibly can. XRP at 1,000 would be a market cap of 100 trillion. That's the size of global GDP in 2022. You have to understand the difference between what currency is and the use of that currency versus a business, right? A business, and we compare it to like, the stock market is worth what, 40 something trillion. If we compare the crypto market to that, a currency being used for those businesses is completely different than the actual business itself selling the product. And also, you talk about the world value at the moment, but we talk about the circulation of this money being used. This is treated as an investment because of the fact that it can have an extended value based on the demand of it. Now, the demand depends on how many people are going to use it and what they need it for. If the world depends on that as a digital currency, whether you're talking about anything, right? It could be illegal activities or anything that's going on there. Obviously, we don't want it for illegal activities and we want to manage that and understand what's happening there. But even for the dollar, we still know that people are using it for illegal activities, right? Not saying it should be, but they do it. That's still transactions and things that are going through. we have a number of people that are holding it for what the long-term value could be based on the fact that we have this extended price or extended use. So maybe, let's say you have 20% of that supply that's never going to be used for a very, very long time until it hits a ridiculous price. That set aside, you have 80 billion total in coins, and maybe we don't really know how that goes with the reserve and whether the Fed buys out the reserve from Ripple. I don't know. But if the Fed starts using it and they start actively using it as a reserve, it's a bigger deal because now it's more sought after. People are wanting to use it. If we're using it for transactions for people to people, people to business, business to business, business to bank, people to bank, bank to bank, country to country, if we're doing all of that, not just for the US, we're talking about for everything, the world, it's a way bigger deal to where this can become a lot more valuable than people think. And that's what the unknown is, right? It's something we haven't explored before. So when we try and compare it to something that we have explored before, it's not reasonable to do that. It's not a reality to compare it to something that we see now because we've never seen this. You know what I mean? It's like people that compared the internet. They were like, the internet's going to be a fad. Nobody's making money from it. And now you have Nvidia that's worth multiple trillions of dollars just for, computers and stuff, right? And you have Tesla that's creating all this technology and using Internet of Things within their cars. Who would have thought we needed internet in our cars? Who would have thought we needed internet in our phones, right? But we have it everywhere. And these things, right, these unicorn situations, which I just taught the kids about that. They were like, are unicorns real? And I was like, well, the idea of what a unicorn is technically is like, it's a one-of-a-kind thing. It's never been done before, that type of thing. Yes, in that reality, it's real. But we don't understand, we don't know if a unicorn truly is real because we've never seen it, just like Bigfoot or Sasquatch or anything like that. And then they had questions about Bigfoot. And who's Bigfoot? And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know him. His name isn't like Jeff Bigfoot or something. But anyways, we're getting off into a tangent here. Guys, we have 600 people here. Make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos and all of that. Wish I could poll it. Poll what? Like if you believe, do I make a second cup of coffee? What up with Jasmy? Kind of just moving sideways, no real movement. What's your opinion? I mean, you're going to see that at times, right? Right now, it's not really about Jasmy coin. It's not really about Ethereum, honestly. So Ethereum projects aren't really going to be moving as much. It's not about those. Right now, it seems like the hype is definitely around, definitely Solana, I'll say that. Solana coins as well as meme coins are still in the mix, and where Bitcoin is going. Also, XRP is definitely in the mix because of Gary Gensler and the SEC and him getting fired or resigning, and that's kind of where all of the hype is right now, rather than being with like Jasmy coin at the moment. Jasmy coin is going to have that success. I just don't know if it's going to pull down to lower levels here before it decides to increase. Because if I decide to take out a position now, like if I wanted to do a leverage trade position right now on this platform, I would need to like the lowest price, the lowest level that it could be at, or the sold out point or liquidation point would be about 1.6, and that's where my previous buy is, 1.6, which gives me a 1.3 level for that one. So 1.3 cents for a liquidation point. I want to put through $1,000 trade for Jasmy coin because I believe it's going to make a huge move, but I just don't know if it's going to come back down before it makes a huge move. And I don't want it to come back down to, because if everything really starts to kind of tank a little bit, because we haven't seen that yet, and then we see 1.6 again, and then I get liquidated for $1,000, and I don't want that to happen. That ends up eating up a lot of the gains that you had total. I could set a stop loss, but that also, the level of growth that we've seen just up to 21, that could just take away from that stop loss right there. So right back down to reality in a way. Does that make sense? But Jasmy coin is going to have success. I met Bigfoot, and it's crazy because his name is actually Jeff. I just made that up. I don't I don't think that's true. Come on, Pepe. I'm only up 782%. Needed to be 1,000% gain. I have 1,100% gain on my Pepe. Honestly, I think that's a great level, but I still believe Pepe is going to have a lot more success up to a drop zero. So right now it says it's at $2. That's only because it's Pepe at 100x. So let's say it gets to a level of not $2, but 10. It would have to be $10 is what it says here. And remember, this is at a 100x Pepe level. So say it does get to that where it's another drop zero, right? And it's at $10. That would be 7,000% for me, which would bring it up to about $5,500 worth of a gain, or I guess $2,000 worth of a gain. I don't know why that doesn't even make sense. I guess with the gain, you have a certain amount that comes out for the P&L or for fees and stuff. Because right now it's up by 1,000%. So seeing it at 1,000%, if I multiply that by 7, yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's 35. I don't know why I thought for some reason that it should have 10. It should have been 10,000%, but no, it's not 10,000%. Let me see where XRP is, and let's see the movement in the chart. Why is it not coming up? Oh, I'm in new. Let's see, XRP. Scroll down here. So yeah, XRP has definitely pulling away from the 200 EMA, and that's something that always scares me as something that's going to pull back potentially. But creating these higher highs and higher lows is a great way to see that kind of break away and break up to the overall price of where we're at. So kind of steady out and see this creep its way up here to where it's steady at $1.15, $1.20. But throughout November, by the end of November, I want to see it at $1.50. I want to see it at $100 billion market cap, which we could see, but who really knows? When are we expecting to hear more news about Gary Gensler? I mean, I don't have any more news. I'm sure once something happens, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But then, obviously, in the new year, we may hear some news that's pretty quick. Like XRP is trash, or let's go XRP, and then you said trash. Or are you saying like thoughts on SHIB? Is that what you're saying? Trash. We won't know anything till at least mid-January next year. Gensler's term runs through 2026, unless he resigns. Then we hear something very quickly. Jasmy coin, what do you think about price prediction? I mean, my price prediction is still stands as a 10 cents to 20 cents this year. That's what I want to see. And then next year, $1 to $1.50. If we see 20 cents, then it'll happen. I'm definitely leaning towards that, breaking $1 towards $1.50. 10 cents, we may see that up to a level of $1. No, Shiba. Yeah, I figured that's probably what it was. I don't think Shiba Inu's trash. I think it doesn't have any use in the world, and probably won't. But it still does have a lot of popularity, and I still am a fan of the growth of Shiba Inu. So XLM. I mean, I don't really have any extended thoughts on XLM. Thank you all for being here and all the likes that you guys have given me. We are above the 10% threshold when it comes to views to like ratio, so I appreciate you guys for hitting the like button and being very active there. Also, the concurrent viewers sitting at about 500. I appreciate you guys for doing that. Let's see where. Uh, Actually, do I have any? Give me a second. I don't know if I have any USDT over in my Coinbase here because I am planning on giving out USDT here today. See how much cash we have. I don't have any cash there. Um, I mean, I could always buy. Let's see, deposit. No, not deposit cash. Let's just buy when we need to buy. So USDT. I have how much in here? Nothing. Nothing at all. All right, let's go to, we'll put 250 and we'll buy it. Definitely not a weekly investment. And we're going to go ahead and send, we're going to send $50 to 4 people. So right now, if you are signed up with Margex, we're going to send $50 to 4 people that have signed up with Margex. And the way that we do that is by this post. So we have a post here on X that goes through all the people that have signed up. And if you have signed up with your link and your referral, then, with your referral link as well as your USDT address, I will send over 50 USDT at the moment. So Margex available in the US? Technically, it's not servicing the US, but you can use it in the US. I live in the US and I use it without a VPN. You don't need a VPN. You don't need to KYC unless you obviously flag and get a have a major withdrawal. XRP seems more popular than Bitcoin. Right now it is. At the moment, Bitcoin's still up there. Why is he calling me? He knows that I live stream at this time. Give me a. I'll call him back in a couple seconds. Yeah, I'll call him back in a couple seconds. All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. If you have a, I don't have Margex, unlike. Well, I'm sorry. Sounds kind of like Harry Potter. Margex? Or my, oh, my ringtone. It's just a standard ring. All right, so I'm going to send 50 to, so 604 XRP. They sent this yesterday, so it seems like there's no update to today. But I'm going to send to 604 XRP that has Margex. They have their link. They also have the address there. So I'm going to send that from here. Let me update this. So now I'm going to send crypto to, let me actually message them first. Make sure they have it. Go this way. And we're going to send it to this address. And we're going to send 50 USDT. So that's one winner. Oh, got to put in the code. No, Matt has his keyboard click sound turned on. Chime against humanity. I don't know what that is. That's funny though. That's not it. How is that wrong? So it definitely wasn't wrong. Viewers and likes almost the same. Let's go. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. Everybody that's hitting the like button, I appreciate you guys for being here and being a part of this live stream. I'm just giving away 50 USDT for the people that have signed up for Margex using my link. Somebody said that I should give 25 to every viewer that signs up through Margex, which is not maybe a bad idea, but I just want to show my appreciation, and hopefully you guys can find some success, because let me know if you turn that $50 or $100 that I sent last time into thousands of dollars, and I will be ecstatic. All right, so we had one person that we sent it to. Trying to copy it, and it's not letting me copy it. Let's see, now I can do it. All right, now the next person. Sorry to everybody else is here. Your name is exactly the same like the actor. Yes, I get it all the time. People are like, there's somebody else that has the name Matthew Perry. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it. They tell me. All right, so that's the first person. 604 XRP. Thank you for signing up for Margex. I appreciate it. Joseph. Joseph is the next person, which I'm going to message, and I'm sending that now. So thank you, Joseph, if you are here watching. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and send that over. You have to give me the. He has to give me the. All right. Now that's going to be the third person, and we have another one that's Amy. Amy, I'm going to send you over that as well, and also John P. There we go. And boom. And now I'm going to send over all of them currently. So the first one, Amy. Yeah, thank you everybody for signing up. Anybody that has, I appreciate you guys for doing that. They are a partner with the channel, and I want to make sure that they're happy as well as. That's not going to work. That's a lot of money. Can't send that much. And $50 USDT, send. And okay, authenticator. I'll wait for this to come up. Yeah, if you guys want to do this, I can put through other giveaways as well. Into signing up for these platforms and being supportive and all that. I always try and give away. Samuel, if you comment on my Twitter post, now and let me know your Margex user or referral link as well as your USDT address, I will send you what I have left. It probably won't be 50 USDT. It'll be somewhere around 47 USDT, but it'll be that. So, um, I put 250 USDT in my account, and I actually want to clear it out. So I said 4 people, but I can give it to 5 people. So that's the next one. I just sent one more. I sent it to Amy, and I'm also going to send it to John P. Copy, paste, send to this address, paste, boom, 50, send, sending now, no, try another way. The link in the description for HG Access doesn't work. The link in the description for HG Access doesn't work. I'll have to, there's no link at all, or it doesn't go to anything. All right, so that's just sent to John P. Let's see. And then there should be one more. I need one more because I have a message from, I have no, there we go. Never mind, I just got the message. Yeah, if you're watching right now, Joseph, if you go into your wallet and click deposit, that's how you'll get the address. So once you hit deposit, you'll get the address of you have to hit deposit on USDT and make sure it's a theory or it's ERC20. It should pop up as that. I used Margex and made a quick $100. Not much for some peeps, but it was a nice win for me. Paid my celly bill. Yeah, I mean, if you feel as though you can have success and you educate yourself, you can easily make a decent amount of money on Margex or on leverage trading platforms in general. I have another one as well. I have BTCC if you want to check that out. That's a great platform. And you're allowed to use it in the US. You also can do a 2 or 3x leverage if you wanted to. Loopring ran up 30% yesterday. Did you know that? I didn't know that it ran up 30% yesterday, but I did make a recent purchase in Loopring. Let me see where my Loopring is. So my Loopring is worth $3,889. I think I'm up. My unrealized return is $1,039 on my Loopring play. Yeah, I think Loopring's gonna be bigger, and that's why I invested a decent amount into it. But that's crazy. It fell back down though. Well, it's still up for me 36% total since I invested. So I guess I invested at a low point of 17 or something, and it increased all the way up to 21 cents, and now it's down to 19 cents, which is still good. Done and done. All right, let's go over to here. Refresh. New to leverage. What's the lowest amount I need to leverage? 20 cents. If you you can put in a penny. I think you can leverage literally a penny. I think you have to do a little bit more than that. I think you have to get at least up to $1 to where they're leveraging. But you can take $1, trade $1, and do it at a 5x leverage, and you'll put in 20 cents. You can leverage literally small amounts and turn it into larger amounts. But um, you have to make sure that you're picking the right things. You can start with $10. I would love to literally take an account and start with $10 or $5 and turn that into $500 or $5,000. That would be amazing. 100x leverage on a penny is $1. Yes. You got a target for it? For what? For Loopring? I think I did. I just don't know it right now. S Sorrow, is that you? This is your like this address here is your USDT address. Can you comment your Margex link down there? It doesn't matter. I don't care. I'll send it. Let me go over to assets and let's go to Tether. And yeah, I'm gonna have to give you what is left because I can't send all of that there. So I'm gonna send. It's gonna be 35. It's gonna be 35 instead of 50. But either way, I'm just sending you free. I wasn't gonna send another one, but I will send it just because. Authenticator app. Could you check what your target is for LRC? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely up in the range of where it was before. I believe it's up in the multiple dollar figures. So seeing it at a lot higher of a market cap than where it was at, double the market cap from where it was at. So it's nowhere near where it is right now. Okay, thank you for that, Joseph. Copy, paste. Let's see, send to. Okay, and then I don't even know how much is left. I'm gonna send 50. Either way, I said I was gonna send 50. Yeah, how much do I have? What's going on here? Why is it telling me that I don't... It's telling me that I don't have enough for some reason. Let me go ahead and keep refreshing. I guess it didn't send the other one yet. Okay, well then let me just buy another 100. Jesus. Why does Coinbase have to be weird? No, I'm not buying $10 of Tether. I'm buying 100. Now I can send it. Add at least $2.81. What are you talking about? Why is this so dumb? Why is Coinbase so dumb? I have $187 that's in there. I added 250. Just added 100. I sent 50, 50, 50. I sent 38 or whatever that is. And now, why is Coinbase acting so stupid? All right, let me try it again. If it tells me to add more, I'm going to punch it. There we go. All right. So sending this off. There we go. All right. So I'm sure I'll do more of these giveaways just to help people, one, fund their accounts, and also just get started trading, because once you start trading and understanding it, it's fantastic. Oof. All right, we have 426 people here, and we have about 600 likes. Thank you guys. I was totally wrecked with Will. Wait, I was a total wreck. Will was in the leverage play. I don't know what you're talking about. I know myself, I couldn't handle leverage trading. My nerves couldn't handle it. I mean, it's not as bad as you think. Like I thought, for me, for sure, that leverage trading, I've always had like a problem with taking somebody else's money and using that because I've never been one to get any money from anybody else. If I was in a little bit of a pickle and I needed money, like I would never go out and ask anyone for money, like I did when I was a kid, right? When I was a kid, I had no avenues to make money. I had nothing, right? Was struggling and needed food, right? That's a different time. Um, but now, if I ever was struggling, I would never go out and do that. I would find a better way. I would find another way to make more. Um, and always leave it upon myself to provide the best way that I can for my family. That's kind of in my mind, a man's role is to provide as much as they possibly can. Whether it's you can be a person that cares for the household as well. I try and care for the household as much as I can, be there for the children while also providing and also being there for sports and many things that they want to do. Keep everything afloat. So if anything did, if shit hit the fan, for lack of a better term, sorry for anybody who's watching with family, if it did hit a bad or a rough patch, I would have to dig my way out of that, and I can and I will. But anyways, yeah, it's not really that difficult. Once you start making these trades, especially if you treat it more longer term rather than short term, if you do a 50x leverage, obviously it's going to drive you crazy. Looking at a 50x leverage and seeing that, it came back a 0.5%, and you're like, oh, I just lost half my position. It's like, that's crazy. Doing a 5x leverage, you got 20, so be it, right? But then as you start to approach some of these higher percentages losing, then you can say, all right, I need to cut it off. Or you can let it run and it ends up making you 20 or 100 or 1,000%, and then you feel amazing. So it's all about picking the right play. If you classify yourself as a great chart reader, as a person that can trade and make money in the markets, then why not try it at least? It's like trying broccoli. Please don't post wallet addresses in the chat unless Matt asks for it. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any wallet addresses, so they're not going to come up, I don't believe. YouTube kind of flags them and doesn't allow them to come up. Kind of like social security numbers as well. They don't allow that. Um, I'm pretty sure. Maybe they do. I don't know. Just watch the P&L move up and down is nerve wracking. Yeah, I guess. I would have to automate as well. Yeah, automating is not bad. If you have a strategy and you want to stick to that strategy, that's the best way to do that. Is to automate it. Don't go above an 8x. Keep some money on the side to add to margin, and you'll be fine in future trading. Yes. I think what you should do though, if you see one of those times where things tank, like absolutely crash, that is your time to then do smaller leverage trades, smaller price figures for a larger leverage trade. Because I've done that where typically I'm doing maybe $100 worth of a leverage trade at a 5x leverage or maybe 10x leverage. But in those situations where Jasmy coin comes down to 1.5, right, 1.5 cents, I do a 50x leverage, I make $700 on that and still have $700 left on the table. And yes, that did eventually get liquidated in the end, but I already profited $750 on it. Actually, more than that. But still, I already profited off of it. And the same thing goes for XRP, right? XRP was at 40 cents. I took a 50x leverage on that, ended up making $1,800 on a $60 investment from the beginning. And then now, or sorry, that the other way around. I think it was Yeah, no, I ended up making my initial investment. It was like $100 that I took from the beginning to get my initial investment back, which was $60. Then it showed me that I had $20 left in there um, just recently, and I took a $900 profit off of that just recently. So you can make these crazy successful trades with a low amount of money as long as you have, the right timing um, for a longer term play. Bro has the worst portfolio and showed Lucky's leprecoin. I have the worst portfolio. I have the worst portfolio where it was rugged not once but twice. Y'all wild following this dude. Okay, so let's talk about Lucky's leprecoin. I've never said that Lucky's leprecoin rugged. Lucky's leprecoin is a unique situation where it could be something that's massive, but it needs the exchanges to do so. The problem that you have with there is that in the early stages of owning any coin, you're always going to have people that can own a lot. Like right now, if you wanted to buy 1% of Lucky's leprecoin, it's $900. So there's a lot of people that can afford 1% of it. And if they did that, then as it does grow up to a higher level, you would end up they would end up selling that. If I said, "Oh, well, this is going to definitely pull down," and I believe it's going to rug or whatever, right? If I didn't say anything, why would I still have everything that I've invested into it? I have the worst portfolio though when I have $300,000 that's sitting in here with $100,000 gain overall, all time profit. Um, I'm sorry, I have a horrible portfolio. I was able to make a lot of money on a play called GME and making a lot of money on XRP, making a lot of money on Jasmy coin, which I called out earlier. Like these are the type of like I don't understand how clowns can just you can say whatever you want. You clearly have uh the freedom to say whatever you want, but when it's untruthful, it's like why? Why? I still have $1,000 worth of it. And when I first started talking about it, it was sitting at an $80,000 market cap. You know where it is now? Even though it rugged, it's at a $90,000 market cap, which is $10,000 more than where it was, a 10% gain from where that is. So, no, I I don't believe that that's the case, and I hope that the team comes back on board when it comes to the altcoin season, and this does pick up to a $10 million market cap or $100 million market cap, and you'll probably be non-existent. So it's fine. I just want to talk about it. So it's great. I want to see it run. I want to see it be worth so much more because I want my Shiba Inu like moment where you invest $1,000 and turn it into $1 million or $2 million. That would be fantastic. So I don't want to give up on those plays. I still hold it. I didn't do anything for that, and my portfolio obviously stands as a great portfolio, not a horrible portfolio. So you're good, bro. He's trolling. I know. It's fine. I want to talk about all these things. Entry is everything. That's true. I would have held that. A great entry point, bro. For XRP, or you're talking about someone else? Because I kind of went off into a tangent there. I made 1.3 million. Is that what you're saying? Ban these clowns. Get them off the chat. Lucky's was rugged 2 days after you posted your first video. It was not. That was not even close to that. It ended up running up to a ridiculous gain, and then you saw it decrease down, and then it increased right back up, and then it started to teeter, and then you saw the markets weren't really at a good spot, so people are going to take their investment. Again, it's not about rugging. If something rugged, it would be worth nothing. You don't understand the difference between something falling that's beginning stages and something going through the normal acts, especially if they do list on exchanges. This is created by someone, and I don't know the person personally, but I talked to him and I felt his pain on what he was trying to do. I heard about the exchanges and the problems with exchanges. That's how I know how much exchanges charge, because exchanges are the real villains, right? They go ahead and they charge coins to get listed on there rather than just say, oh, you're worthy for getting listed. They charge people $1 million to $2 million so that you can get listed on this platform. And they also, the other exchanges, the smaller exchanges, tier one, tier two exchanges, can charge, $30,000, $50,000. And this is all coming from someone that just works a normal job, that created a cryptocurrency. And obviously in the beginning stages, it's going to have issues with people that can buy a lot, right? People that can buy a crazy cap of how much they have and then they can sell it. But it's not, as long as the team is not doing that, as long as people that invested early like me are not doing that, that's not what you consider that. Right? The team is still trying to post and still trying to be relevant this altcoin season, and I hope that they can. And there were a lot of people that also made a ton of money off of it, right? Not me, because I didn't sell anything, but they made a ton of money off of it. I've seen people that said I made 10,000, 30,000, 40,000, whatever dollars from that. It's great, what's happening here. Yes, there's going to be winners, there's going to be losers. But hopefully in the end, we have that ultimate success where many become winners. But you never know. If it has zero liquidity, how is it standing where it is today? You're dumb. You're dumb. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This person obviously is uneducated, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get him out of here. I always try and give people the benefit of the doubt to have a conversation about things and talk about these different plays and where they're going and where I believe they're going and the risks that I take and all of that stuff. And the fact that when I started talking about it, it was at a certain price and it's still higher than that price. Like, I don't understand. People are stupid. I always try and give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. But then they're like, I don't even want to hear it. This is what I believe, so just shut up. And it's like, all right, well, you're the one coming to my channel. You shut up. So what am I supposed to do? Now's not the time to sell unless it's a small percentage in what you're holding. Yeah, I mean, I typically sell very small percentages in um, many plays that I have. I bought with GME, which I made a lot of money on. I bought 3 million of that, and as it did run up, I sold 1 million, then I sold another 1 million, and now I have 1 million left. So I was able to make all of the money that I put in there plus a lot of profit, and now I still have I think like $6,000 or $7,000 that's there, and that's all profit still. So that's what I'm looking to do in every scenario is to do that. Um, in 4 years, never had a problem with Coinbase. Yeah, I've never had a problem with Coinbase. Yeah, let's move on. Zeus, I believe that too. I think I think Coinbase was mad at me for making a lot of money trading Ethereum Classic back when it had a massive growth a few years ago. Matt's usually a nice guy. If he's calling you dumb, you probably deserve it. Yeah, that's very, very true. Coinbase, wait, where was I going with this? Coinbase stole my staked Ethereum. They shouldn't have stole it. It was just like you couldn't withdraw it for a while. I had staked Ethereum as well, and I couldn't withdraw it. I couldn't do anything with it. Like I had to. I think you had to convert it back or something. I don't remember what you had to do. No, you had to convert it to C C C ETH or something like Coinbase ETH, and then which was a lower price. So I ended up eating the cost of that, but I can't remember fully like what you had to do. But yeah, it was something where I invested in ETH and I was like, oh, you know what? Let me go ahead and stake it for whatever the percentage is. And then when I converted it back, it was basically at like a 10% discount than what ETH2 was at or ETH was at. So it was like, why are you doing this? Like now all of the gains that I had in staking and some of the gains that I had in the price movement were also gone. And I was like, this just doesn't make sense. would you say it's best to sell now and buy more on a dip, or would it be best to just hold and ride the wave? So I've seen majority of the success to where people hold and ride the wave rather than um, sell and try and time the market. Time in the market beats timing the market, but if you feel as though you have an inkling that this is going to tank hard, then you can go ahead and make your moves. I don't want to tell anybody to do anything, but I've seen the success of people holding for the longer term. It may be a little bit difficult because you start to go through good times and bad times, and then you go through good times again or great times. So it's something to where if you ride the wave, you may be still for a while, and people are like, well, maybe I should have just taken profit when it was up at the high, and maybe that's the case. But um, you should always, if you're looking for those bigger gains, then these small gains shouldn't matter to you, right? It does hurt to see things that start to go from $100,000 portfolio down to a $50,000 portfolio. I had it at over a quarter of a million at one point. It was like $260,000, and then it dropped all the way down to like 155. So literally losing over $100,000, and I didn't even do anything, right? I just held it. So it hurts to see that, and I was still at a profit, but it took away all profits that I really did have at that moment. But then you start to wait it out. You know that it's not for now. And now instead of my portfolio sitting at, 260,000, I now just crossed right now in front of our eyes. I crossed $300,000 for my portfolio, up all time profit of $135,000. So this is something that you can aspire to, is to continue to hold it and ride that wave, and it gets better and better as time goes on, which I just saw this now that I reached 300 plus $1,000. So should purchase it when it was 50 cent ring ad that I have to add. So that's like $4,000. And then also I have Alchemix that I have to add there too. Oh, it looks like Bitcoin and a lot of things are starting to run a little bit. Bitcoin's up by 2.3% to 92,000. XRP, $1.16. It's great to see that, right? $1.16. We're starting to buffer a little bit. I apologize. Now you got to flip that 300K into life changing millions. I mean, I hope it does. I don't know if it truly will, but I really do hope it does. And if it does change, like I was talking to Erica about this, I was like, if I find a way to make $100 million out of this, and yes, I know I'll have to pay taxes, but they will be, most of them, long-term taxes that I pay, um, a long-term capital gains tax. And yeah, if it comes down to that and I make a lot of money from this, like net 100 million, I want to give, I want to do as much as I can for, you know, the communities and people that are struggling. I literally don't even need 90% of that. Which may sound crazy to say that 90 million will go towards like philanthropy work and all that other stuff, but I want to. I don't need that much. I I really want to help out as many people as possible. So I hope usually good things like that, like great things like that, don't happen to the people that think this way, right? You're going to have people that make 400, $500 million, and 90% of that is going to go to them and what they want to spend money on. But I don't want that. Um, I don't want that at all. I also don't want the burden of people knowing that I have over $100 million. It's not mine. It's going towards other things. So salute to you, Matt. Thank you. Hopefully 2025 people will net profit. XRP to 60K before 2030. 60K? That's a large number. All right, guys, I have to get out of here. It's 11 o'clock. I need to get some stuff done, and I have a dentist appointment today, so that's great. And yeah, I got a bunch of other things to do. I would go stay live for a longer period of time, but I do appreciate everybody being here, taking the time out of their day to sign up for Margex, to check out Margex. If you haven't had a chance to sign up for Margex, feel free to check out my link in the chat, in the description, that breaks down all of that for you, how to do it. And then I also have my Patreon that explains, the mental side and physical side of leverage trading. So I appreciate everybody here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I never want to leave because there's 600 people that are here. I want to continue to, especially since the market really started moving. We're seeing the market that's kind of positive right now. I never want to leave. I want to stay with you guys and just have conversations. But it's not good for my voice box to continue to talk like this. But tomorrow, I think there will be a longer live stream. I'll start like early in the morning and then probably go until about 7 or